Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the All In Talk stage. For those eating at the food trucks, bring your food. There's lots of seats here. Why sit alone on your phone when you can sit and listen to cool AI companies? It's funny because the last few talks, I've realized that the face of AI is now Astro from the PS5. Have you noticed that? Everyone uses that little astrobot. One person knows what I'm talking about. Everyone else thinks I'm crazy. Cool. Well, our next entrepreneur is going to talk about training. Traditional employee training is becoming obsolete. If you've ever had to do it, it's not much fun. This talk explores how AI transforms training, making it faster, personalized, and adaptable, and usable for everybody. I happen to know the founder. She's a force of nature. Always, everywhere I go, she happens to be there. I was climbing a mountain the other day. She was well ahead of me. The founder of Bonsai AI and best-selling author, Olia Stasiuk. Olia.
Thanks, Rob. All right, good morning, everyone. You should be by now perfectly caffeinated and ready for lunch. I hope so. Before we do that, we're gonna interact a little bit. So make sure that you have enough energy spent before you go and enjoy your lunch. So my name is Olia. I'm a founder of Bonsai AI. My experience has been entirely in employee learning and development for the past decade between different companies such as Fortune 500, as well as Montreal startups, very successful startups here. So what we're going to do today, I'm not only going to talk about what we do, I want to know what you do, how you do it now. That means I'll ask you to participate a lot. My first question to you is, who recalls reading boring manuals, ineffective training that you wanted to leave? Okay, so we have pretty good ratio because unfortunately, 88% of workers experiencing exact same pain every day. That leads to poor culture, high turnover, and losses in revenue daily. Not dollars, millions of dollars. So why do you think that's happening? Any ideas? No? So I've been doing this manually with my team for the past decade, and it literally takes forever to create one proper training course. We've been doing this approximately in 1 month. Everybody I speak to telling me numbers from 6 months to a year. Imagine one good training, not even a program, just a good training. Why that is happening? Because first of all, it takes a lot of time to do a proper research. To type, you won't believe it. So I wrote a book. It literally takes me at least 2 hours to write 5 pages. So imagine every single training, if you type manually, takes you forever. That's just the basics. You still need to properly structure. And adult learning is not the same that we've done in school. So unfortunately, a lot of training programs fail because they're treated exactly the same. That's why so many people hate them. But most importantly, there is 2 major problems right now in the training world right now. First one, there is no such a person like an expert in every single topic. My best example is I had to create a training for finance team, right? The onboarding training. You won't believe it. In 3 years, I never create training just for that team. The reason was very simple. I know nothing in finance, but my CFO had no time at all to spend with us. The only thing he was able to give me, it's an Excel spreadsheet, and he said, well, pretty much I need a training about this. And I was like, what am I going to do with that, right? That was a massive problem. It's happening all the time. Lots of documents, something trainers or managers will know, but something else they will not know. So we need to solve that. The second massive problem is, you might be surprised, might not, but the most effective thing in training is videos. So who would say that you normally would watch a video, but you won't read a text? Classic, because 70% of population are visual learners. That being said, good video is also important, not any video, right? So if it's a bad video, you're not going to watch that. But videos are very expensive to produce. They take long to create, and let's say even if people like me who've been doing professional training forever, even when I'm going to a recording studio, I'm not able to do all of the shots from the first try, right? So it's hours and hours of recording, re-recording, missing information. Then you waiting until you get the content. It costs you lots of money. There is alternative version. You can go into video providers right now, like a stock libraries. But that being said, to purchase any of little stock video could cost you about $20, or if you want to get access to entire library, even $150,000 per year. Ridiculous, right? So that been massive inefficiencies my team had to deal with, and essentially at one point I realized that's not working. It took us 3 years to create entire onboarding and skill development program in a company with 5 people and costed us a few $1 million. Many companies don't have that. So what do you think could be changed at it? Of course, now we have the biggest capability we've ever seen, artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence massively optimizes that. But it's not only optimizing the ability to, let's say, transform document or create a video, it also makes things finally personalized. We've been lucky to get like a really great programs out where people have been very happy with them. But even within those programs that have been receiving awards, I've heard one person very, very clearly one day, and it still stuck with me, and that person left the company where I've been doing great work with programs. He told me, Olia, I'm coming from a company to a company every single time, and they make me go through exact same training that I've done 5 times before in every single company. Not only compliance, right? Just like for my role, because they don't have a record of that. And also, I need more in-depth training. I'm tired of going to the same onboarding and getting general information, right? The reason why that was happening, not because we as a trainers or like managers didn't care about that. It was physically impossible because of the data that I've shared with you before. Because if you spend 1 day to create 1 course, 1 month to create 1 course, and you have 12 departments, you're going to literally create the same training entire year just to be able to tailor that. So now you can forget about that, because now you can personalize that. And that's a funny thing. If anybody's in the startup right now? Anyone's an investor? No? Okay, so a quick story between investors and startups. Essentially, none of the investors like when the startup is industry agnostic, because they say if you concentrate on all industries, you're not good at something, right? And that has been true for a very long time. But that's shifting now with AI, because AI enables you to do a super personalized training. You're going to see way more companies that's going to be industry agnostic. And it's not just my opinion. The report from the investment in North America, for the first time, almost 50-50 in the last year in the investment in industry agnostic companies and not. And then now there are going to be more and more horizontal. Projection is next year we're going to see more investments in the horizontal companies versus verticals. So that being said, you can definitely start playing and personalizing. However, here's the trick. If you do want to personalize your training programs and you want to scale them, you now will need to go more online versus in person. Why is that? If I'm able to create in 1 week 15 training sessions, right? One trainer is not able to deliver them. So you need to find now alternatives, right? And that's when the game gonna shift into one more element. People versus avatars. All right. Who've seen at least one avatar somewhere on the market? Okay, who've seen the movie Avatar? Okay, good. What's your impression of avatars? Who thinks they're absolute garbage and weird? Okay. Who's kind of okay playing around with them? Okay. So 2 years ago, I basically been a trainer on major platforms like Udemy, Skillshare, Open Sesame. You probably have seen some of them. Essentially, they provide training. They've had this rule. You were not allowed to use avatars because people were reacting really bad to them. Why? Because they were looking really weird, right? Like essentially they were looking, their hair was perfect, everything was too perfect. You can see moving lips, and even myself, like I tried a few, I was like, cool idea, but still too early, right? So I was the first person saying, hey, don't add them. But then we've been getting like lots of requests now for avatars. interesting enough, in Asia, there is some requirements now where companies require to have training with avatars, even for kids, for gamification purposes. But what we're going to do with you today, we're going to do a game. I'm going to show you next video. There are going to be 4 of me talking. 3 of me are real videos from the training sessions that I've delivered. 1, I don't like the word avatar. I prefer digital twin. So I'll say 1 is my digital twin. You're going to watch them, and then we're going to vote who will guess where is the twin. Ready? All right, let's go for this.
Listen up, we're not here to make another boring ad. We're here to show you how Bonsai AI changes the game. Single course, there's gonna be a lecturing piece. There is definitely gonna be practice and most likely more than one. Today, we'll apply it tomorrow and exponentially grow in a year from now. Time you get distracted, it could take up to 38 minutes to get back on track. Would you ever imagine that?
So, my question to you, which one is my digital twin? We're going to start in the proper order. I kind of show you backwards, so I'm a lefty, sorry for that. Let's start with the girl in the beige pants. Who think that she's not real in a digital twin? Okay. Number 2, red outfit. Okay. Number 3, beige blazer. And number 4, black blazer. All right, so your answers were very diverse. Essentially, most of your answers were between 2, 3, and 4. The correct answer is number 4. So the black blazer, blue top was a digital twin. And I didn't even bother fine-tuning it. That was like from the first try. So imagine the power behind digital trainers. The beauty behind it, you can actually, it adopts your style. So you can see it was very similar to the way I speak, I behave in the training room, because that's what I've been doing for my life. So let's say, if you want to use your trainer or you're somebody on C-level that you want to put more in front of people to make that connection, you can now do that pretty well. I even did a test on my social media. So I'm posting this weekly rule on employee development in the AI era. And I've created quite a few videos. So every second week I was alternating on social media. Doing 1 video was avatar and 1 video was my real one, but I didn't tell anyone. So guess which videos were getting more engagement and more likes and more replies and demo bookings? You'll be surprised with Avatar. Even I was surprised. I actually thought that people would get it. Nobody got it until I literally told them. I started playing a game, and I started sending my friends my avatar speaking different language, like French, Farsi, Ukrainian, any language, Spanish, right? And people who knew me, they were so confused, because it not only can speak your native language, it can be translated to any language, literally like in native. I'm personally Ukrainian, so what I did, we used my English video, translated to Ukrainian. It spoke exactly the same like I speak Ukrainian. So that's the power between the digital twins. And so now, when we kind of talk a little bit about that, I'm happy to share with you Bonsai AI a little bit more. So at Bonsai AI, we transform boring manuals or allowed you to create complete training courses from scratch in literally 15 minutes. That includes, we create full course structure, all text, we create videos. We are the only course creator platform in the world that creates videos for you, and you can manage and add avatars to them. You can personalize it to any role in the company, and you can also personalize it to the industry. That being said, we also allow to translate the course into 29 languages and 160 accents within 5 minutes. And that's just the beginning, because AI getting stronger all around the world. Right now, I would love to show you a demo, quick demo presented by my digital twin, so you understand a little bit more, because I always get a question, show me how does it work. So let's quickly see it, and we'll jump into questions.
Hi, my name is Olia, founder and CEO of Bonsai AI. After more than a decade of course creation, delivery, and deployment across many organizations, I started Bonsai AI to fix massive inefficiencies in the process and help organizations become more successful. Today, I'll walk you through how you can create, manage, and deploy role-specific training courses in just minutes using Bonsai AI, comprehensive solution that transforms how your teams create and learn. Let's start by creating a course. Type the name in any language. Then you can upload your optional documents, tailor to a specific role in the company, select language, and input objectives all from one screen. Or let the AI generate objectives for you. These objectives are important as they help to create a structured and relevant course tailored to your team's specific needs. Once the objectives are set, Bonsai LMS generates a complete course outline and text for each module. Your team's expert can then step in to customize the content with unique use cases and personal touches. We optimize 90% of the most boring part of the job, leaving your expert to focus on perfecting the last 10%. When the content is finalized, Bonsai LMS generates multimedia elements, including videos, quizzes, and images, ensuring an engaging and interactive learning experience. What is also important, our user interface. It is designed for simplicity and efficiency. Bonsai LMS is consistently recognized for being easy to use on the admin side, solving the #1 reason companies switch LMS platforms: difficult admin interfaces. Being one of those admins in the past, I can admit being guilty for not adopting one of top players on the market at all, as it was harder to implement it than to switch to another one. But it's not just the admin side. Bonsai Learner Interface is just as easy to navigate, ensuring that your teams can focus on learning, not figuring out complicated systems. Now, I want to share more about our smart translation feature. Bonsai LMS not only allows you to create courses in any language, but also translates your entire course, including video content, into other languages in under 5 minutes. And no, this isn't one of those awkward, inaccurate translations. It's smart, natural, and perfectly suited for global teams. You can also upgrade your course using our digital twins, just like mine here on the screen. It's perfect for creating a personal connection or even capturing a message from your busy CEO that everyone wants to hear from, but it's nearly impossible with other priorities on their plate. Now, a famous question about users. Bonsai LMS makes managing users easy. Assign courses to your team, track their progress, and monitor completion rates, all in real time. Once your course is ready, you can deploy it in just 24 hours. Whether it's customized for different roles or languages, Bonsai LMS makes global scalability simple. To recap, in just minutes, we've created a custom, multilingual, role-specific course, managed users, and deployed it globally. Bonsai LMS saves time, reduces costs, and delivers powerful learning experiences, all from one platform. Go ahead and create one course yourself with our free trial. Bonsai Learning Management System. Fast, scalable, global.
So I showed you a very, very quick demo of our learning management system, and I do have good news. Not only we now have learning management system, we are launching 2 new products this fall because we've got massive demand based on the speed and the quality. So one of the products will be just the course creator. So let's say you don't need to manage users, but you either a consultant or you are the same team that need additional support with course creation in the workplace. You'll be able now to do that right away. And if for those of you who just want to use it as a video creator for specifically learning content, we will enable you to do that as well. So that being said, I hope you've had some good time seeing where learning and development of employees in the workplace go. Not only employees, clients as well. I know that it's a massive pain for many of you. So I would highly encourage you to keep an eye, test. If we have not yet connected, feel free to connect with me or sign up for a free trial for Learning Management System. We'll be happy to share more with you outside of the conference. And we do have a minute and 30 seconds for question. If there is any question anyone wants to ask. Go ahead. A little bit, yep. Yes, great question. So anybody right now can digitalize your avatar. You definitely will have to give it permission. It's a biometric law now, so you have to pay attention. There is new things coming. I would say different companies will treat it differently. Larger companies usually won't go for their personal C-level avatars. Middle and small companies would, because it's actually a really big driver in the market. You can also use it for marketing purposes as well. But then you, as a person, have to decide if that's something you're willing to do right now. If you don't, every company that provides avatar right now, they have a collection of them. So you can use basically personal avatars of somebody else, if that's for training or marketing purposes or anything like that. Awesome. I think one of the things that I forgot to mention, so in the beginning I said 1 month of course, it's basically $30,000 roughly per course. So we now, with 15-minute course creation, able to cut cost and time 99%. That means we, on average, save $500,000 for a team just of 200 employees. So multiply that on your team and think of it, how the future is changing and which way you want to go. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll talk to you later.